take another L. Designer on me, this they new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Throwing is Wilson. And his first pass is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Wilson. Open man here is Hamilton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
The ball carrier, he's tackled at the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on second down. Wilson. This will complete to Jerry Jeudy. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Out quickly to Jeudy. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Right back to Jeudy, and it's complete. 12 yards there and a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Washington 0. Brandon McManus to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up second.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Alberto. Alberto Kuebunam was the target there. And it's third down.
7 yards to go.
play action now. Haskins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
First down, Washington.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Antonio Gibson.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
49-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
On the play. Brings up third down.
They'll try and get it with Geis. Room here to run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
First down, this is Geis. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Darius Geis, the ball.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown.
J.D. McKissick, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
6.
On third down, Wilson. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Go defense. Our time. It's our time. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Throwing again. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Wilson took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Wilson now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And here now the punter Martin booming this one away. A great return there of 22 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Their own 31-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
28-yard line.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Here's Haskins out of the gun, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. From 13 yards out. And Washington has taken the lead.
Justin Hopkins.
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st down, Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Washington 14, Broncos 7.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Again, Wilson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Complete.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Chase Young racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Second and 5.
They'll run with Geis. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Geis, the ball carrier.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Third and inches.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. On the ground, it's Geis. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On the stop.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to
3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Geis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. His throw's going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Washington on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. From the gun, it's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try the draw. Lindsey. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Wilson. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
7 at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins, left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Off to Geis on the screen. And some room to maneuver. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Noah Fant, incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 15-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Out quickly to Judy. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And McManus able to put it through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. So Washington in a good spot. They got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the Touchdown, Washington! A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Intercepted by...
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
40-yard line.
Now it's Haskins. This one into the hands of Metcalf. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down.
Well, again, plenty of time to sit in the pocket and deliver the football. While the offensive linemen, they may be nameless and faceless to a lot of people, they certainly aren't to their teammates who are in the skill position, guys. They appreciate the heck out of them, and they're capitalizing.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35. Nothing too fancy there, a simple toss left, but for whatever reason, the defense, they didn't seem ready for it.
Let me continue on with your thought right there, because after the play was over, I kept my eyes on the defenders. Watch them get off the ground, going back to the huddle, shaking their heads and kind of pointing to each other like, what just happened there? I think you were onto something.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. That's complete, right around the 8. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Broncos 16.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 10 now, third quarter action in Denver.
At the 25-yard line.
From the gun, Wilson. Throw caught here by Bird. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Double count right here, double count. He's tight right here, he's tight on the right, tight on the right. 4 there.
Throwing again. Wilson. This is the tight end fan. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
They'll take over.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off
and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Extra point.
And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes this Washington 42. Broncos 16.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another first down.
First down, Washington.
Now Haskins on first down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Screen pass to Lindsey. Got some room at the 30. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st down, it's Haskins. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And they get the football, but not much touch on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Haskins' pass intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. On 1st down, Wilson.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again, Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Into the hands of Bird over the middle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Look up right there. 47. Check back 47. Army, Army. Army, Army. Mike's 47.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 7-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And he'll find McLaurin this time as that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 29 yards. First down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 24. Again, it's Haskins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's McKissick. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Ball carrier.
Washington on 3rd down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said forget about the sticks. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
The ball carrier.
15 yards. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on for this guy.
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak.
at maximum.
On. You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's
He
true.
scores 3 times.
Filet,
there you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. He's got this complete to Hamilton. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation. And laughter.
Brought down by Bryce Callahan. A gain of 12. First down, Washington.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. That's right.
Now a run with Geis. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Geis, the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got his tight end Fant, and he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. To throw again is Wilson. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never would showed up.
Gonna save the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. After the interception, here's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
Landon Collins on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Wilson will throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30, 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.